This week's Parsha is Parshas Re'eh. Parshas Re'eh begins with a very enigmatic pasuk verse. The verse states, Re'eh anochi noisim lefnechem hayom bracha uklala. Behold, before you I place today the bracha, the blessing, and the klala, the curse. What Moshe was conveying to them was that they had a choice to make between either blessing or curse. Two sides of the fence. One or the other. Now, before we get into what I wanted to speak about, it's important to note that it says there's only two choices, A or B. Either your life will be a life full of blessing if you listen to Hashem, or klala, curse, if you do not listen to Hashem. The Savannah points out that this means there's no derech memutza. There's no middle path. In everybody's life, and everybody has different choices in life, and different choices that are in front of him, what's available to him, what's practical to him, what's applicable to him. In every single decision you can make in your life, there's always only two choices, the right choice and the wrong choice. Choosing one way, you'll be listening to Hashem, following His will. Choosing the other way, you'll be going against Hashem's will. A scary thought perhaps, but at the same time, it shows us how much value every single thing we do in life is. We could do anything and make the right choice. We could do anything and make the wrong choice, but everything has a right and a wrong choice. Now, another interesting part about this pasuk is it says, Re'eh, behold, see. What does it mean, see? Why is Moshe saying see? And then it says, Anochi, I. Behold, I am placing before you today a blessing and a curse. Why is Moshe first of all referring to himself when it's Hashem, of course, who divvies out blessings and curses? And also, why is he saying see, behold? Very interesting Medrash Tanchuma, which the Das Zakenim, Bali Taisvis, and other authorities cite, which says that Moshe was portraying himself. He was saying, see me, who I am, Anochi. Look at me, and you'll see the bracha. When you see me and you see the bracha, you'll know where to go, how to get there. Now, what Moshe was trying to convey to them was not that he was the epitome of holiness and all should bow to him. What Moshe was conveying to the Jewish people was that in front of each one of you today, there's an example, a role model, which you can cling to. I have achieved to become the ultimate receiver of the Torah. I have listened throughout my life to the precepts of the Torah. I have listened to the word of Hashem. And look at what tremendous bracha, what tremendous blessing I have been given. You see me today, and you see who I am. You see what I have accomplished. And then you understand what a person can do if he listens to Hashem, if he makes the right choices. Now, this is true for us in our lifetimes also. When we have role models in our life, spiritual role models, then the best way to gain that spirituality is to attach ourselves to them. We may not be able to achieve the same level of spirituality as our leaders, but by following them, by listening to them, by becoming part of their inner circle, we are more part of that spiritual achievement. We've achieved a lot just by being within their proximity. And this idea sheds light on the strange fact that if a person gets a blessing from a Gadol Hadar, from a Rebbe, from a person who's of tremendous spiritual prominence, then he gets some type of blessing, which sounds strange. A holy man blesses a woman with a child, and the next year she has a child. Why is that? Did the woman deserve it or not? Did the blessing give it to the woman? What is that supposed to mean? Hashem did not plan on giving it to the woman, but now that because the holy man blessed this woman, she's going to have a child? The answer is the woman was willing to submit herself, was willing to become one of the people within the circle of that holy man. Just by doing that, a person raises their level of spirituality. I wanted to point out one more thing. Towards the beginning of the parsha, it talks about that we're supposed to erase all of the places that the non-Jews in Israel worshipped idols. They used to worship idols on the hills and the mountains, under trees, and so on. And then it says, Lo yisasu nechein laHashem Elokeichem. Do not do so to Hashem, your God. And right away, all of the authorities try to figure out exactly what does this mean when it says don't do this to Hashem. What do you mean? You can't serve idols while serving Hashem. It says destroy all of the idols, destroy all of the places that they served idols. Don't do this way to Hashem. What does that mean? So there's really, in essence, two answers. Rashi says the answer is that this is referring to Hashem telling us that there's only one place where we can bring sacrifices, and that is the holy place of the Beis HaMikdash, where the temple stood, where the sacrifices were brought when the temple stood. Other commentators cite a different interpretation of what this means, and they say it's talking about erasing Hashem's name. When Hashem's name is written out in its full wording, Yud, K, Vav, K, and other formats, we are not allowed to erase that name. Now, these are all very practical applications, but the problem is what stands behind them. Is there something uniting these two prohibitions? The prohibition of not sacrificing anywhere but by the Temple Mount, and the prohibition against erasing Hashem's name. Have a good Shabbos.